Hello Commanders, welcome to another episode. You join me today in my brand new Sidewinder. We're over here in Freeport now. And I actually flew here last night to do some quick research for today's episode because we're going to look at the space station contacts menu. So I left Erin in, which is over here, and I headed over to LP98-132, which is this system here. And as you can see on the left hand side here, the allegiance of the system, well, it doesn't have any, it's none, and the government is an anarchy. So I headed in to dock in Freeport, and I had a pretty interesting experience with another player, and a situation kind of developed where I got destroyed. And I'll talk about that a little bit later on, but let's cover the stuff I want to talk about today, which is the contacts menu. So we've got three choices in the contacts menu. On the right hand side here we can see that we've got the Pilots Federation, the Local Security Office, or the Black Market. Now the Pilots Federation, if I click on this, it shows our criminal records. We have none right now, we're not wanted, our status is clean, we haven't committed any crimes. The Local Security Office, this is where we would pay any fines if we had any fines. We don't right now. And it's also where we would collect any local, that's the important word there, local bounty vouchers. So if somebody was wanted in this system, we could come here. If we've killed them, we've taken out a criminal, a wanted player or a wanted AI ship in game, we could come here, cash in our bounty vouchers and get the money from that. And then the final place in the menu here is the Black Market. Now we haven't got any illegal or stolen goods on us right now, so if we click this it'll just say, hey, you haven't got anything to sell. So I want to show a couple of these things off today. So what we're going to do is head straight into the commodities market. We're going to buy something nice and cheap. We'll grab ourselves a bio waste for 18 credits, and then we will head out of the station and we're just going to jettison that cargo. You'll notice that we're spinning around the wrong way here. Interestingly, when I landed...
Engines engaged.
There we go, ship engaged. Engines engaged, rather. Interesting when it... Ugh, I can't talk today at all. Same as last episode. Crack. Oh dear. Space station troubles continue. Yeah, so anyway, interestingly, when I landed in the station here, it forced me to land what would normally be backwards. So I approached the docking pad here we're looking at from the left over there to the right, and when I did that my ship showed up on the scanner as being the wrong way round approaching the pad, so I had to spin it round and actually land backwards. And you can see there where it launched me out, it actually launched me out of the pad the wrong way as well. Very, very strange, probably a bug I guess. I'm going to go ahead and head outside then, and I'll meet you outside the station. Okay, here we are outside then. So what I noticed as I was flying in today was another commander, Commander Maeyae. I think that's how you say his or her name, Maeyae, I'm not sure. I'll pop it in the description of the video actually below, so if you see them in game, go ahead and thank them. I certainly did. They were dumping gold outside the station here to try and kind of help other new players out, I guess. So what we're going to do, because this is going to suit our purposes really nicely, is pick up some of this gold. So we're going to press the home button, pop our cargo scoop down.
Deployed.
There we go, cargo scoop deployed, and then we'll try and hold this cargo canister in the left hand side there, you can see, in the centre of this blue cross. Ooh, it's a bit shady. You have to be quite careful not to do this too quickly, because you can really easily overshoot it, and those fine adjustments get to be quite difficult when you're approaching it. So there it is, let's see if we can grab it. Yes, cargo acquired, awesome. Great, alright, well I'll grab a couple more of those now, and then we'll head back into the station.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Okay, so our cargo bay is full there, so what I want to do before we head back in is just get a fine. So we're going to go ahead to our cargo bay. We'll nip over here, and we can see here the different details of the cargo we've got. So we've got 3 gold right now, we've got 1 bio-waste. So I'm going to dump this bio-waste, press enter on it, then I can jettison this piece of cargo. Go ahead and do that.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Brings the cargo scoop back in, dumps the cargo,
Cargo scoop deployed.
and then it puts our cargo scoop back out. So we don't need that now, we're going to retract that cargo scoop anyway.
Cargo scoop retracted.
I'm going to pull up the contacts, we'll request docking, and then
Request granted.
you can see here, if we go to the missions tab here, we've actually got a timer on this fine as well, and I've heard this, that if the fine counts down, that timer counts down, you don't clear that fine, it actually turns into a bounty, and then other players or NPC characters or something could come along and claim that money by actually taking you out. I haven't actually tried that yet, so let's hope that's not the case, but we're going to clear it today anyway. So let's head in and dock. Little bit tricky angle, this one. Something I've noticed as well, actually, from kind of flying around, obviously done a lot more trading and stuff, is that on the entrance to the station you've actually got lights on the left and right of the sort of, I guess, cattle grid thing as you come in. They're green and red, and I think that's to indicate which side you would ideally approach from. So I'm going to keep an eye out for that, because I've had some fairly near misses on those docking approaches. That's one of the things I really like about Elite Dangerous, is there's that risk-reward of, you know, if you try and do something just a little bit too quickly, or, you know, you haven't got, you know, absolute control over kind of what you're doing, the game really can punish you if you make a mistake. And I think that's a cool, you know, part of the gameplay, that it isn't meant to be really, really easy. You know, you are supposed to develop a level of skill. Ah, good, at least it's got us the right way round for docking this time. That was really weird last time. Let's go ahead and set it down. Boom, there we go. That was pretty smooth. And then we'll head into Starport Services. So, back in Freeport, check out the contacts menu again, and we'll go and see how those options have actually changed. Right, so here we are. Well, let's fuel up for a start, because I always like to do that every time I dock. Over to the contacts menu. So now we have got 3 cargo canisters of gold that we want to sell. So here they are. We can sell them for 4,675 credits each. It looks like they were bought by Commander Maeyae for 9,329 credits, but of course they were bought by that commander, in the same way as if you took cargo from a non-player character in the game, it would be associated with that person. So they do register as stolen. So we're not getting the same value we would in the normal market, and I don't think we can even sell them in the normal market. But yeah, let's sell these. So we're making almost 14,000 credits, which is awesome. Then we'll head back out, so we haven't got anything else to sell there. We'll check the local security office. And here we go. Here is our outstanding fine of 100 credits for jettisoning that cargo canister outside the station. So we want to clear that, so let's pay that fine. Stand by, and then it shows, yeah, paid 100 credits, so it's our last action that displays up there as well. That is it for today, I think. I do want to talk a little bit about the experience I had yesterday when I first came over here. So I'll just launch and head back outside while I do that. I was heading into the station to dock, and I came across another commander in a Cobra Mark III. Well, I say I came across them. I was heading into dock, and they just opened fire on me, completely unprovoked. I have a clean record, as we know. I haven't killed anybody or anything. There was no bounty on my head. I had no cargo on me. There was no comms message from them. I didn't get in their way. Really, really odd. I guess quite a mean-spirited way to play the game in a sense. But I find it particularly interesting because I really wish I'd been recording so you could see the choices that player made on game, in game rather. I immediately broke off from my docking approach route. I didn't put my hard points out. I ran around the side of the station trying to get away from them, just staying out of their way. And they hunted me down around the side of the station and eventually shot and killed me. Obviously, they're a much more powerful ship, a much better equipped ship. And I think we're going to see a lot of interesting choices that players will make in game. Today we had a really, really positive experience where we came across another commander, probably just in the beta period right now, sharing resources, helping other newer players out. Perhaps somebody's lost their ship or something. And yesterday we had, a guy or a girl who, did they just want to pick on another player, weaken themselves? Were they looking to accrue a bounty on themselves to attract attention? Did they think that killing an unarmed player in a Sidewinder would be a profitable action? I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe they thought they could just get away with it because they're in an anarchy system. But I'm hopeful that there was a consequence of that action, and they'll have had a bounty placed on their head, and maybe somebody else will go ahead and claim that one day. But that's it for today. So fly safe, commanders, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.